Good night. Good night, Ines, Kenyan. Good night, TikTokers. Tap up the phone screen as you come on in. Yeah. Whatever. Hold on there. I was so much people are go so fast. Me not even come on 2 minutes. Think me have too much box open. Alright. No want nobody in my box yet. Me just come on pan something to give me a chance. Elaine, good night. Hold on, let me say hello, me and miss you now. Kimon, Elaine, Anne-Marie, Aska, Cece, good night. How are you doing? Oh my God. I want to, I give God thanks and praise again. I give you another privilege to be here tonight. And I want to say something. The PNP came out today and give a press briefing. Then the JLP come back out and try to counteract what the PNP is saying in regards to Pastor Joshua Goodnight, in regards to irregularities, vote buying. So them have evidence too. Or maybe say evidence, but you know, I can look for it before I tell a lie. And it is bad. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And I want, you know, so my plan tonight that I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna just start my mind. And I'm a person like this. Me not keep up people in my heart, me not keep up nobody in my mind. Me gonna just tell you as it is. And if you like it, you like it, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. From I started to do politics, I think when I come here I make it absolutely clear. I made it clear that I am going to do the politics on behalf of the People's National Party. I've never, if I tell you that I don't meet Mark Golin in person, you would say it's a lie, right? Because remember, most of the time I wasn't in Jamaica. So, and I still came home and I still, you know, it's the election and everything, but you know what? I planned that before I leave, I'm going up there, I must see him to talk to him. So even when you have some people that talk about, oh, when I come out, I come blood for the PNP and I pay when I get. I never collect one red dime. I never even met Mark Golin in person. I never met them in person. More than see them on social media. So, but what I really want to say is this. I make myself clear, you know. I make myself absolutely clear that I don't want anybody to come on my platform. Good evening, Gigi. And say negative things against the party. If we have an issue, I said, make we deal with it internal. One thing with the labor right them, you know, they might take up for Andrew until death, you know. And when they see evidence before them, so, you know, they nah come out and say nothing, you know. But no, we have one habit, man, I want attitude, I want behavior. I feel like, say, we must just wash with dirty clothes out, in them out in the public for everybody see. By the time we left here this morning, I go over TikTok, I tell you about them, write them over there, have a feast off of it. The very thing I've been advocating for before, and it remains the same. And I'm going to make it categorically clear. I'm a no-nonsense person. And nobody come from my channel can rule me. I'll tell you know why. This when I start this channel, I never have nobody come watch my channel. And I remember and I tell you now how it go. I take the phone, take my next phone, I watch myself and make it look like say it have one person on it. And since a lot of people come and a lot of people go, because this is what it is. I can remember one of the time when I lose a lot of people. I was teaching about the Sabbath, and I mean everybody come down for me like a bullet. One called me on the WhatsApp and she ready to tell me out. If they come and listen, me don't know. I think I block her off the platform. Beverly, good night. Gigi, we still a march. No. Auntie Jen, I'm still here, not leaving. Thank you still for looking. No, let's be reasonable now. Marcia Samuel, who is that? Anybody coming up in my box, make sure you let me know who are you, because I'm not really in for an argument with no labor right tonight. Tell them the truth. You're still here too, come on. Drew Fall. Elaine, Auntie, remember I told you last night that he's not going to step down, but his idea and the party way forward was the purpose of the conference. Yes, you said that. I never looking for that. And I know the PNP could have never be so stupid, Elaine. If we could just lose an election by what, 7 seats, them have a head of 28 and 2, 30. Yeah, 7 seats. Some of them where they win is narrow. Some of where the PNP win is narrow. You say if the PNP ever make a mistake, but them are going to change leadership, you know what the jail period they do? Call back an election. Because they well want to have the majority that they have 2/3 of the parliament. If PNP ever make that mistake there, no, Mr. Cliff use him. Cliff use coming like one little. You see that's why you see a lot of people in rate them station. They turn up at the press briefing and the only question them prepare and plan for God they go out. I'm not playing no game. I'm not playing no game, baby. I'm not playing any game. Not playing any game. Not playing any game tonight, baby. We know lose, set them. That's right, Carleen. Good night, Carleen. And how you forgot change your leader? Cliff use them a run around. Ready now to start tech setting up. As if they want to try to implicate something. Here where this one you know Ganga asks. Data. I can find it here for you. Somebody send me a message. I never see it. I see when a message they say. I can't look on it now. Let me find it back. PNP station, PNP meter. Yeah. Let me look for the part where the question was asked. Mansa, good night. I like the question when a man asks. Listen to this.
Didn't ultimately win the election. Suggests that there are areas where our preparation would have been stronger. You know, I think that what we have come to realize,
thank you, Jennifer
going through this experience, is that some of the tactics that we have to
that they want land, like they think we're stupid,
are not normal, orthodox in the book tactics, but are things that are being deployed quite effectively by our opponent.
Listen to my question now.
We haven't yet, I think, mastered a methodology of responding to. So I think I would say what would you regard as an orthodox way in which campaigns are conducted and way political organization is done, we were ready. But in terms of specific seats which those tactics were being deployed, our response to them was inadequate.
That is so true.
In your preparation going forward, so a little bit of small advice that
Listen
you have to pay for. Art of war must be studied.
Art of war must be
Next
studied.
Next question for President MG.
All right.
The positive wave.
Art, the man is telling Mark Golding, and that is no joke. In a care how much something you want to put in it gone bad a man and then I come go to evening. And I know many times when I sit here and I talk like this, somebody say, then how I teach Bible and I say certain thing. But you see, sometimes you look at certain reality in life, you just have to face the reality. Vote buying not going to stop. Suppression not going to stop. When you target one area, you can't wait till election day if you target the area neither. You see, I'll drill it all in the seat, they should have spent a whole heap of time in the sun. And this so they should have known. So, and then you say, woman put up hardware and people can come get cement and sinting and all of that. You not try counteract that? You not try counteract it? If them put up, so them are going to do. If them put up hardware and I give a cement and them I give it this and I give it that. And I think so, I forgive it something too. No, listen. Alright, let me play the next one and I want to listen to. The one when I know one before, let me see. Alright, that's how it's supposed to then.
Forward, and there are aspects of your manifesto that are tangible and excellent, what plans are in place. So not to wait till 2030, but to, one, empower the people and implement where it can. Much appreciated for listening. You got those?
Yeah, I mean, in response, I think that I need to actually say something about that. Our manifesto was our series of policy proposals and programs that we had intended to roll out during the first five-year term that we were in government. Those things require being in government to be rolled out. An opposition party gets no state resources to implement plans and programs. We get a modest stipend as MPs to run a constituency office, and that's it. And then there's a CDF, which is a modest sum which hasn't been adjusted for inflation for many years now, of 20 million a year, out of which 1.5 million pays an administrator. So it's 8.5 million to be spent in a constituency with residents typically exceeding 40,000 people. So, I don't want to pretend that the opposition will be in a position to roll out things like the First in Family Scholarship or build 50,000 housing units at an affordable price for people, or to implement rent-to-own to enable persons who are currently excluded from the mortgage market to become owners of their own home, or indeed a disability fund to help persons with disabilities with $1 billion in it, and those sort of things. Those are things we want to do with reform government. What we will be able to do is individual MPs who have won will be able to pursue their own particular set of policies that they had brought to the people. Some of them will take time, it won't happen overnight. Resources are always an issue, and to the extent they're able to garner additional support through creative methods of fundraising and using the goodwill of people who might want to support those initiatives, that will determine how quickly they can do what they want to do. But it's going to be more on a constituency and MP level that you'll see things happening rather than nationally, because an opposition party is not able to, or indeed expected to, implement national policies. That's for the government of the day.
Listen to this one now.
Just two more, one for Anthony Hilton and one for you, Mr. Golding. Mr. Hilton, you put forward the suggestion comparing Jamaica's electoral process to that of Guyana, which has a history now of concerns about the process, whereas here in Jamaica, we had the OAS, CARICOM, as well as CAFE, all suggesting that elections were free of harassment, free of intimidation, or any other irregularities, so far as going as to commending us in terms of our conduct here and to put forward Jamaica as a model that the Caribbean can follow. Isn't that a bit out of sorts in terms of that assessment by you in terms of irregularities? And to you, Mr. Golding, your predecessors have all offered their resignations to the wider party following an election loss. Will you not do the same, or will you simply take up your post as opposition leader?
Let's not wait and have an answer him now.
Well, let me. Well, you want to go first?
No,
let me say. I think the aspects. I don't think what you characterize as overstatement. Notwithstanding
nobody trying, neither PNP nor JLP can say we vote by no going to Jamaica.
Organization that participated.
No, that
we'll
all be a hypocrite
I
for
think
that.
you have read the EU report. And if you have,
no Labour and no PNP can't say nothing. So nobody not come here can clarify that, but it was an honest and decent election. Stop on a foolishness.
The issue that we believe needs to be addressed as an urgent matter is the whole issue of the advertising and promotion before and during the campaign with excessive state resources. And that aspect of it and others were specifically commented on. So my advice is that whatever the specific limitations or the concerns that the OAS or other monitoring group didn't address, the EU's report, I believe, was much broad-based and some of it very relevant to Jamaica.
If I may add something to that before the leader answers the next question. I think we've been very responsible as a party. I think we've been very responsible. Nationwide carried a story that Cafe said that 21% of the persons at the polling station at 5 o'clock were not allowed to vote. We could easily have created a stir with that to suggest that those persons would have voted for us and it would have changed the outcome of the elections. We didn't. We waited for good information, right? For additional information, and we have seen where over the last 2 days, the ECG has refuted what was carried as to what Cafe had said, and then since that, Cafe today in the paper has clarified that that did not actually take place. So I believe the comment that was made as well was not necessarily comparing the electoral system in the two countries, but about the report that came out of the election. So I don't know how you got to the point of saying he was comparing the two electoral systems. He was speaking to the report that came out and said that there are similarities, that we have seen the same thing here. Cafe, CARICOM and other OAS, other persons that came here would not have been out in the field to see that $100,000 was offered to an indoor agent not to work, or offered to a cluster manager to give me the canvas of this party. They would not have seen that. They would not have seen what took place in the field. They would have
That's
been
right.
at the polling station.
Right.
Right? They would not have seen the night before that somebody was offered money to dip their finger in ink and therefore can't show up to the polling station. They would not have seen where we saw some persons, MPs, trying to separate people into lines
If all
as
of that
who we are
happened,
going to vote
yeah.
for. Totally inappropriate.
Now, Miranda
Right?
constituency
From
of
a high
Southwest
ranking
St.
member
Elizabeth.
of the Jamaica Labour Party. So the issues that we are bringing forward here are things that we
No
have
democracy in Jamaica,
contemplated
man,
and
sir.
we've heard about, and not just anecdotal things, but things that we can say, these, based on the reports that we've gotten, and there's additional work to do, but there is
Good night,
sufficient
Lolo.
evidence to speak to it at this point to suggest that there was indeed an attempt to suppress the votes. Remember that we did run a campaign, where the last credible poll that came up before the election had us ahead by 3 percentage points, right? Not like the one from Nationwide that said we're 13 points behind. That was totally fraudulent, right? And if you look at the
Barbara,
outcome
good night.
of the elections, it was within 1%, as in
Happy moment, good night.
the popular vote. So it was within that margin of error. And that is after all the suppression that took place by the Labour Party and the delayed voting by the ECJ
Sam,
that caused
Mickey,
persons
good
to
night.
leave the
Thank
polling
you.
station and not being able to participate.
In relation to, well, first of all, I'm not aware of any historic precedent of which you speak. There have
Good
been
night,
instances
Becky.
where party leaders have offered their resignation. There have been instances where they haven't, to my knowledge. I serve at the pleasure of the party, and I'm
Then know what
happy to
man them are
continue
going like then. I
to
don't
serve
mean
in
understand
the
them people
capacity
in
as
the
leader for as
parliament.
long as the party wants me to. And thus far, all of the MPs who have been elected, all 28 other than one who's overseas traveling, have signed a letter confirming that they have confidence in me and want me to be the leader of the opposition. And that's where it is right now.
If I may add again, if I may just add something to that. I want for us not to mislead the public with some of the statements.
Not true,
There are
man.
some things that are being said in the public space that are just not true. Andrew Holness was defeated by Portia Simpson Miller in 2011. It seems persons have forgotten that. He did not resign, nor did he offer any resignation. He stayed there. He did not even make public
A lot of this
the appraisal
generation
committee
know
report
this.
that was done. Right? 10 of the 21 MPs signed a no confidence in him. He's the one that saved himself with his casting vote. I also hear persons saying that it's historic, unprecedented, this third term. When they say one complain about the PNP being in office for 18 years, the PNP has won 4 consecutive elections in Jamaica.
Now the good
So what
night.
is historic? It's historic for the JLP that they have won 3 elections. It's not historic for Jamaica. PJ Patterson won in 93, 97, and 2002. Why do we continue to mislead the public in this vulgar manner?
Mark, I just heard what you said. It's one thing to be endorsed by the party and have
Alright.
the party's confidence.
Then all of them turn up at press briefing now. Then one ear story for go run with Yeah. Jean Owl, good night, Auntie Jane. Where my friend vote? That was the station Andrew sent police to close. Well, that's the part that the party president is saying they are looking into the irregularities in that constituency. Seems like they have the evidence there. You see? The whole commotion to the about car got too soft and all soft. Who is Kelly? Kelly, good night. Well, them people gonna stop come up in on my box, man. Gonna stop come up in the box. I need to take off them box, sir. And no worry yourself about that, Sophia. That have to come to pass. You hear me? It have to come to pass. The party, that's so stupid. You see? If the legal minds look at what is there. Alright. We know the irregularity out there now. Most people now come forward for come get testament because their life and their family are going in danger. So they now go do it. And we know that. You know it, did it? But your uncle has see it at me, you know, take no picture, you know, do nothing because you couldn't. My mama tell you, no, my look, but me couldn't take no picture. We're going to make people analyze me. So yes, we see video and say, then dash your box up at St. Mary. Come with the box, come with the box. But did we see any box in that vehicle where them say come with the box? And that we are going to carry a court. So you see one somebody say a box there in there. Something and the EOJ come and say all the box them where them send out then get them back. How stupid that would be. How stupid. Let me reason with it. Because sometimes we talk something, maybe we talk in ignorance and ease and we don't understand. And then somebody else say, them figure look for the evidence. If we don't find the evidence for an election day, how you going to find it now? And before with all the black tank, all when we know say intimidation of people by vote. Them are going to say a good deeds them are doing in their community, you know. Because we don't have no law in Jamaica for say at least 6 months before any general election, no MP can continue and do no work. We don't have them the kind of law, and you can't do no public giveaway. They still are going to do it under the quiet. And people still now going to talk. So we now get out of this mess. So as a man tell Mark Golding say, I one of the best encouragement. You have to go get radical, my brother. You can't solve this out. You have to target the constituency them better. You can beat them with the money, you know. You can beat them with the money. You can beat them with the money. Because they have more money and you still get 28 seats. Because the JLP planning now. Who is this person up in something here now? We're in trouble as a nation. And that we should then look on and say, as a nation, with this, and then you get to an all eye. It's an all-time eye. Yes, people always abide and little vote, but it's all-time eye now. That is where the trouble is. And will it stop? It never get no better. It's going to get worse. So the PNP have to learn and understand. No. You say I'll drill it all in a seat. In a local government will win the seat if I an election. And because they know what they have to do, they pump more resources and money in it. Why we have to be like them? But oh, we are going to win. In a right, but me ask you, alright, do you have a solution? Anybody will say the PNP have to buy no vote. Tell me how them are going to beat the man who buy the vote. Somebody type in the comment. Let me hear one officer. Give me the answer. PNP must buy no vote. Just allow the other side. PNP not figure out no black tank, and PNP not figure out no chicken, PNP not figure out no grocery, and PNP not figure none of what them do. PNP I forget even with them, and that me say. Tell me, type me, I wait for the answer question. If you don't want to call the program, you can call it. The phone line open, you can call and explain your cause they're listening to it. And it may just be they can hear what you are saying. What is the alternative? The Bible clearly tells us that the love of money is the root of all evil, right? And money make everybody go astray. In some form, shape, or way. At some time or some point in our life. Even one man we a look. And because some woman not really love a man. Same thing with one man. He not really love a woman from his core and soul. But he see some benefit when he can get. Jennifer saying. That now go happen. The point, this is what I try to make we understand. I mean, no, I say, sure, you should not say that. But me just have to tell you the reality, you know. Because what we are going to go on the reality for? And I know it I do. And I just know. And it I get from bad to worse. What about TikTok? No, come here, come send me no game. Me not playing a game. Yeah? Not playing a game. So I want hear for no opinion. So why we all want to go astray? No, this is not about going astray. Me personally not gonna sell no vote. Me not gonna buy no vote. Me not gonna do that. I Delana, me personally not gonna do that. But what me's trying to tell you, if you not try and match your opponent, oh you gonna win. Me ask you for the answer now. No. If phone line is what me know, no can call and tell me. If the PNP not do what them do. They start give out black tank, they start give out chicken, they start give out cement, they start give out steel, they start give out black. Or they tell me what they must do. Tell me what they must do. Thank you for the light. Wanna tell me what we for do. Me want hear. We can't break the law. I don't think you're gonna see wider picture, you know. I don't think you're gonna get a sense of what I'm saying. These people we are talking about are not Christian, you know, so don't make we judge them in the context of Christian, yeah? I think you don't not understand the system here. Them are not Christian, you know. Brothers and sisters and people on the channel. The people that we are talking about are not Christian, you know. So never come to apply Bible to them. Alright, Elena, I hear you. But I know that I get it. These people don't understand the reality, you know. How me break this down to them? No. We live in one society in Jamaica, right? And when we travel out, we see good order and we see people who believe in principle and do things. If you're not mute on the mic and a company live, me cut on the half. And I can't come on and disturb me. Hear me good. I want to hear me good, no man. I can play back when a man here said to me, so golden. I can't hear. Hold on, I can find it back.
But do you yourself?
I think I right, just let me see. Alright, right.
Financial balance in there and how they fund
I'm going to make
political
it ear with
parties
this.
because you know if one party has excessive
You
resources
come up a
relative
while
to the
ago.
other, it
I
can
didn't know say you need that.
affect the democratic outcome of elections quite easily. So, you know, these are the sort of arguments that we impress upon donors, and we've been, you know, we get good response for the most part. So I don't have any issue really there with the fundraising side of the campaign.
Somebody put my number in for me. I love this.
Good. All right. Greetings to all at the press table.
I love this man here. Listen to this man.
MG. This one is for you, sir.
Who is this?
I am Baba Tunde's Stargate Communications. Before I get into my questions, I would just like to start on a positive by saying there are some things that you initiated that changed the experience for the Rastafari community, when especially from the ganja experience and all. What more did I do, you know? But we must acknowledge when positive moves me, and that's how we kick off the party. So the first question, seeing all of what we see now, for the election was the People's National Party fully prepared. I have two more. I don't know if I have a pause and you answer or I go with the other two again.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we didn't ultimately win the election suggests that there are areas where our preparation would have been stronger. You know, I think that what we have come to realize going through this experience is that some of the tactics that we have to manage are not normal, orthodox, in the book tactics, but are things that are being deployed quite effectively by our opponent, which we haven't yet, I think, mastered a methodology of responding to. So I think I would say, what would you regard as the orthodox way in which campaigns are conducted and way political organization is done?
One moment.
We were ready. But in terms of specific seats, which those tactics were being deployed, our response to that was inadequate.
Alright, so in your...
Mute your mic, Blossom. Mute your mic. May I play something?
So a little bit of small advice that you don't have
Listen
to
this.
pay for. Art of war must be studied. Next question for you,
Alright.
President MG.
I know, I'm not gonna say,
Positive
hold
way
on.
forward and your
I know I'm not gonna say me should have said what me I say, but me want to understand something here. You hear what the man say? The PNP must study the art of war. Let me tell you what me say at the police station. The labor them was very aggressive. They more aggressive. Them plan that. I wanna see that. Now if your opponent are gonna be aggressive against you and you are gonna soft on him, or you are gonna beat him. But you're going to the ring, he might give you one lick and you drop a ground. You have to get back aggressive too and start punch and start jump around him too and make him get scared too. So, remember I'm a Christian them, you know? I think we're not over here judge them by say them a Christian and them and PNP and a Christian neither, you know?
You know, I say vote for them. Vote for Andrew Holmes. The police name vote the so because she give them then in one fit that make them get money. So then vote him out. Then we'll vote out the PNP. You know, so I go on.
The money run the place, may I tell the people they will run the place and I'm going to use back the money again and beat the PNP again if I not sit down there talk all around and type in on this channel tonight. And again, may I tell you, if I not think a joke, I don't know which one we are going to have to see the next one. Because we days them number little by little, you know. But you know, we understand if we not live to see it. The final loophole of how to manipulate and find out the PNP weakness and then going to use it and use it and use it and use it. And the only way you can do is to use it back and beat them, and then when you come in, you make the changes them where you can make so that it not continue. But you have to beat them at the end game. I mean, I know maybe me talk an answer story. Because I mean, I think I don't see the depths of this thing. I mean, I think I don't see the depths of it. It not right. I should even be saying it. I mean, I advocate it or anything. But we have to face one thing called reality, you know. And that's why a lot of people sit down in a relationship for years and up and years and say, well, you know something? It will change. And the man go out there go get how much pitney and can come get you take them and you mind them. And by you look at 4 outside pitney you have your mind that yard and mind because you are tolerated and because you are tolerated and you realize your weakness is it. And how you can manipulate you and get around you. And you accept it. For all of your life you don't live no happy life. Because you did that please a man and he might enjoy himself. Right? And I'm saying, say, we up here against something and we must sit down and study it. And anyhow it will change, or only you can go in there go change it. But in order for you to get in there, you're going to have to meet them at them level. And then when you go in there, you change it so that it not come back.
Oi, come here. See me name here? Come in a B.
I have to take it down because you did you know comment. Come up in my chat foolishness. If I'm not mute on the mic, I take on the half channel. If you come up in the box, then mute the mic. I wonder if you don't understand what I say. I look like I don't see what I go. Hey, I don't see what I go on. I don't see what I go on. You see? Because we save and sanctify, we believe that the people that out there, when they save and sanctify, for do what we are do. It's called politics. It is called politics. And in order to win, you have to beat your opponent. And if your opponent use certain things against you and I beat you, if you don't want to study around that boy, me no know. I open the phone line if you don't want to call in and give me the remedy. Because I know the only I say inner right. I don't know, give no, see really so not type in intrusive also. You're not only not really right, and I say, well, this is what we should do in order to make it work. You know, like, so we can't follow them because it's not right. I mean, ask another question. What should they do to counteract this so that they can win? Type in the comment. Man, say you agree with me. You understand what I'm saying? Type in a comment, no man, and type in. Give you your idea. Give you the idea. Oh, no, answer all that myself, I'm not getting Antigen, poverty caused the vote buying. Oh, you think Isaac beat them at it? I don't have a clue. Because they obviously buy vote too. That me hear them on TikTok I say. That is the reason why the country is so corrupt. Yes, because the leader they make it corrupt. And me say, in order to beat them for you getting there for change it, you have to beat them at their game. You have to beat them at their game. So when you hear say them give away black and sun and stimulus, you have to give away something too. You know, when you're going there, man, whatever policies you can put in now and change it. And make some law in there that's your got jail. Even though it did it, but them are like a full law where they have the need for change. That's what I try to say. And if him use something upon them, Elaine, why them never sit down right across the board and have the same thing right across? One person use it and it work. It should have been everybody use it. I tell you so they couldn't win. Alright. They couldn't beat them at Central Kingston to where me hear. Me hear say Lawrence Rowe. Him dey on the ground that they did them and he walk like hell. Him have one money bag. And he carry everybody and then run. Hey, him a run up on the road. Because he want to beat the man because him never get the seat. And the PNP never knows so them a go up a strong fight. Huh? What a joke, man. Not 4 times this ring, I may never hear it. Let me, Right, I saw me down a earphone ring, you know, something wrong with this ringing, you know.
Hello.
Yes, hello, good night.
Oh, I didn't know I was still allowed on the show. I was just trying to give you a call. This is time.
I never know who it is, you know. I just see the missed call and I say, you know, let me call back the person.
Oh, we really don't have no animosity still. So, good evening to all the viewers, subscribers. I was just listening your this evening.
Yeah, man.
Your topic with the vote buying.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking with so much cell phones and stuff going around now, like I think some of that should be able to be captured.
No, I can tell you an example. Because when I went to the polling station, I said it before, the lady that was there for the PNP, well, it wasn't really she that much, it was her grandson, but him never come from work in time, so she was sitting there. And she could even see the paper go. So when I went there, and I went before 9 o'clock, so I took the paper from her and did a sit down little with her go on. And while me sit down there, me see certain movements.
Okay.
And me left, me come back, and me go back, and me go back, me see the movements again. Cause me tell her, say, me I go come and help her in between. And one man I say, take up your phone. But you see, to when me sit down, if me did take out my phone and start to video,
Oh yeah, in our precincts, that's too
yeah, and not only
close.
that,
Okay.
them wouldn't see me. And
Yeah.
how would I, how would I, how would
Yeah, I understand if you're in a certain location,
me can't do
you
it.
cannot you
I
can't
no
capture
other
it.
way. Me could have just go run up to it and do it. 'Cause, hey, they would have analyze you if you know, so you want to get information for go let them down, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright? Me left that the
Mm-hmm.
PD and me go circle two more PD. And me see the same movement at the PD. Right? Alright, one gentleman tell me say he call the police when he see then go over in the one yard and call people and give money. And you hear where police tell them say, boy, that bigger than them have to go call the superintendent. No, the commissioner. Because he bigger than them, then can't do nothing to it. So we are going to report to.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I understand that people still have to protect their interests.
So me
But
couldn't go take picture if so you, a lot of people maybe don't want to do it to and scared.
yeah, yeah. I understand. But coming out of the election, I have to say the greatest surprise for me is on a positive note was ISAT winning in East Portland. And
I don't know why East Portland become the real
yeah, because
what is it about
that's
East Portland?
it's the shock of it because even most betting companies made a big money for themselves because most persons would have bet on Anne-Marie Rivers winning that seat. She was the top pick in betting. So a lot of persons would have placed money on her for her to win and collect. So the betting companies made a lot of money. Because you know if the person who most persons
Boy,
betting
I
on win.
me know say that me have betting panel man.
Yeah, there was Island bet. So that was a good positive for me personally on the campaign. And based on what I was saying throughout was that the election would be close. And I think for the PNP to win, we'd have to run a perfect race. And some of the seats that we dropped, like Central Manchester, Northern Trelawney, those were a real trip up for us. If we were going to
I
win.
think they're too sure of it and what happened there is the money we're spending there. And them
Yeah, so
they never look on that for the runner up because I hear that their canvas was showing them in the lead. But then a couple of days before the election a lot of money run. Me say a shopkeeper get them shop stack out 100,000 and them something they run.
yeah, but if I was listening on your point of buying votes to match the JLP, the PNP would be at a very bad disadvantage because at no time can the PNP money reach the JLP's money. The JLP is funded by the private sector, mostly in Jamaica. So when it comes to donation, the JLP will always be ahead with money, raw cash on the ground.
So
And
where you think the PNP can do for beat them to the money then?
the money, if PNP is to go toe to toe with the JLP for money, as I'm always saying, is we will never win an next election if it's money for money. Just think about that. The donors in Jamaica, the business people coming up from the 1980s, you have been around in the 90s, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the money class in Jamaica supports the JLP.
Yes.
If you look at constituency map for Kingston and St. Andrew, for example, you will see that all those upper class neighborhoods support the JLP. You look at Montego Bay, another rich money center in Jamaica, those people support the JLP. You saw where Wood Stewart's son voted in Marlene Malau's sports constituencies.
Yes.
I haven't seen the raw numbers yet, but Spring Gardens, that's where the rich people live in that constituency. And most PNP are from Rosemont, the division sitting me now. But those are the rich people that support the JLP. So if it's money for money, the PNP is not going to make it. So your point of matching up to them, I don't think that will work.
So what am
So
I?
a quick question.
So what am I
A
doing?
quick question for you now. So if you're saying vote buying, so are we saying that when the PNP win, it's or we win without money before?
Well, may I tell you the truth, and we know that both party buy. That's why me say the PNP
They say-
African match the JLP. Them have to save, man. Them have to start save for now.
I couldn't agree with you that when PNP win, it's also vote buying. It's when like when it's when
No,
the
it's
people.
Roland. We don't want to stay here and be a hypocrite still doing it. Cause me can't come here and say PNP never buy vote, you know. Cause people say PNP buy vote too. They never buy my vote and they never buy my vote. I remember even one of the time that Angela Paul Burke
Yeah.
came out and make an open statement in regards to that.
Yep. And there is also a thin line between this vote buying and using government resources, because again the JLP will have a natural advantage as government, and the PAP would have had that advantage too. When you're in government, you are able to spend government resources. You can know how to tweak and go around the system and know how to spend government resources without actually stealing government resources. If you understand what I'm saying.
All right, look on Andre Anton. He was leading in the canvas. As maybe one of his worker always come on TikTok. If she come on tonight, me make you tell her. But 2 or 3 days before the election, and that was circulating and all over social media. You know what was sparked up a Marlene Malau Ford office? I don't know if you see circulation of it on internet. It was
yes, I saw the armored vehicle, but in this age and of AI and all that, somebody can just superimpose.
No man, that one on the AI. That was the AI though. I look at it. That one was the AI.
Yep.
AI carry a different. Now care if you inspect that you can know AI different from natural. The AI has a more darker eye. That was actually somebody take that video, that clip, that picture there.
Yeah. So I'm not taking up much time because I know you have persons. The new format that you have, I noticed that the persons participate more on the TikTok.
Yes.
But sometimes it's very distorted because persons have their background open, and I appreciate their contribution, but they just need to monitor it better.
Well, I think I need to monitor them better, because the other night everybody was complaining. And if you a big man like that, when I know say him is a big elder, I know him long time, they just come and start to be and then you know that I lay princess. Good night. I teach people that I don't want nobody with no derogative word. I don't want nobody talking over one, because we must can have a conversation and everybody take their term. And you have to keep telling big people them the same thing like what you tell a kindergarten.
Yeah. And I understand we had our fallout, and I know most persons on the live are mad at me and all that. But today I also heard you. I don't know what Ron did, but with that recount and all of that, as the persons in the press conference said today, remember when you are in the counting center, you would have seen all the ballots.
Yes.
And you have a running total of what would be advantageous to you and what would be advantageous to the opponent. So after you count 500 ballots and you can only get 200 and the person will get 300. It makes no sense to go to a recount.
But that's what so what was the contention and the thing today is that as Mark come out and say the lawyers who were overseeing the recount say they don't see if we take it to recount, there would be no much difference. So they are
Yes,
not
yes,
considering
yes.
that, except for some irregularities that they may have some evidence about in West Central, which is Andrew seat. They would look at that. No,
And if
some
they
of a
have the
type in there.
evidence,
Oh, money too soft, PNP too soft, PNP too the then TV and you know. Rabbi said, what would be the sense if the legal minds are saying we don't have enough evidence to take this to the court for magisterial recount? It's not going to make no much difference. Why would you take it there?
yeah, I understand. So in general, I have no evidence to say the election was stolen or anything like that. We had international observers, we had local observers,
Them
and all of that.
observers, they
So,
couldn't know the whole thing. Because remember, this was prepared. All right. What do you think was the element behind giving out the black tanks at this time? What do you think was the element of
but that I was saying to you, auntie, before. In when you're in government, you have government resources, and you can distribute it to the residents of the country without, because you can have a black tank distribution program from Ministry of Agriculture, for example, Social Security, and from you can account to all the money is spent. That's quite legal in the country.
they know that they were behind, you know, that you see even the last pitch was the school bus.
Yeah, because as the persons are saying, that wasn't in the budget for
Never
the
in the
current
budget. Never.
year.
So these are some of the elements that really
Yeah, but as I'm saying before, again, as you're in government, you have the power to do certain things. So it's just an advantage, natural advantage that comes to the government. So, but what I'm saying is this vote buying thing, what that you are suggesting to match up, we can never match JLP's money. I can't see it. And you can have most persons on the live. I'm not seeing the live right now. I'm just talking to you because I don't want the feedback. So I'm not even on the program. So it's nice being back on the program. And personally, you did a great job. And I must commend you on the job that you did. You did very well in promoting your party. And
I will continue.
Yep. And you know my personal issue that I have. And we have to work as a party.
No, but at the end of the
forward.
day, still, you know, regardless of the issue what you have with the man, you know, at the end of the day, him not winning, but him not really fade out too bad neither, you know.
Yeah, I understand that,
I
because
tell you the truth, I think that
because
if they were
listen,
some say,
Auntie Jen, you see when you're in an organization, we have to work together, and some people will still hear their goals and still do what is that, because I will still vote for my party and whatever. Am I saying that this person is not the right person? Because you need a little more edge, like, because naturally, you know, what happened with Andrew, you know, is that you see this thing called likability, where a person just see you for your physical attributes, for example, or they just see you and like you, is a thing that we have to look very, very close at. I won't go into like the whole details of it, but just think about it. You ever see some persons, like a person just like them and just for no reason? Because, for example, I'll call her name now, Lisa Hanna, for example. We personally in the inner circles of the party would know that Lisa Hanna cannot unite the party, right? But for those now around that are not in the inner circle, they will say, you know, I like Lisa, you know, I like what she come across. But being close to her, like, you get a different vibes. So, moving forward, this is the party's decision.
But you know, say PJ wasn't too much of a love person.
Yeah, I understand that. But
and he wasn't even that charismatic either.
No.
But
But sometimes you just need that little more edge, you know?
Alright, so here one now. I said the edge
you
won't be, you know. I think if everyone of old were the candidate, were more vigilant on the ground.
Yeah, I think that is where I went overboard on the program most times, where
all you need to do. Right now, if everybody says we're still a push, we support behind Mark Golden. And I said Daryl Val, so I'm gonna step down. And I guess Marisa Dalrymple now go do it our term neither, and some of them are going to step down. And I believe, you see, it says the PNP push some support with Paul Patmore. Paul Patmore did very well against Dalrymple, you know. When Dalrymple
Yeah.
winning used to be 11,000 and all them, well, per thousand.
Yeah, and a funny thing happened in the elections when I'm looking at some of the numbers. Most of the seats that the JLP won back in 2025, they actually got lower numbers. The vote total was actually lower
Lower.
than 2020 in a COVID election.
But hear this, the PNP may get more vote from 2020 to this one. In this election, they get more vote than even the Jamaica Labour Party overall. The Jamaica Labour Party actually end up with more seats. I don't know if you listen to the press briefing today and hear what Dayton said. Let me say, when I finish, I'm going to look back for that and play what Dayton give the numbers there. Was it Dayton? Yeah, Dayton, I think, give the numbers.
They're just talking about the raw numbers, like you would increase your total and they would drop off by over 400,000, but we weren't still able to overcome them in the popular vote. So they still won the popular vote.
Right. So yeah. we still get more vote than what we had in 2020.
Yep.
So it's an improvement. Jacqueline Mackenzie is saying it is 97,000 to 5,000. So the JLP did have more vote than we, but they only add 5,000 to that. The PNP did have less, but they make 97,000. But it wasn't enough. Forget the seats to push them over.
Yeah, but I'm saying they also lost the popular vote, but the numbers increased, and I think that is just a natural coming back to the base of the PNP. So, as I'm saying, I'm still here. I'm still supporting the PNP. Collective decision rules. So if the person said this is the leader, we work with it. But you know my position, and I think the PNP should organize a good conference this year and just move on and move into the local government elections. We'll see what goes for there.
Yeah,
so,
I think me want to go to the conference this year.
Big up to all of the contributors. Those who cost time out, those who cost time come, that is the labor, right? I'm still here as a PNP. Big up Ron Perry, Delano, Nadi, Hart, and everybody on the program. And I'm always tuning in. So,
all right,
guys.
Thank you for your contribution. All right, the word is love. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes, it's a good comeback. It's a good comeback. Who won the popular vote? That's what let me look back on it. I think let me go back to the press briefing. I think it was. Let me look back on the press briefing. They gave the numbers there. Delana, you are a man of great insight, and we were very similar in conclusion and understanding of what was happening on the ground. Not the way you did that say I'm on the ground, not happen, Delana. So you never bother come here and contract foolishness. Nothing the way you did that interpret never happen. So me don't know where you talk about. Where you did that talk? You remember where you did that talk about? You remember what you did say? I mean, I tell you that the night that everybody did a tremble when they vote them account. Yes, Ninja. Everybody did a tremble. Because this minute you see PNP a lead, the next minute you see the Labour, I saw the thing was going. So it was a run. Alright, so now they're saying the JLP had 413,000 votes and the PNP had 403,000 votes. So overall, the JLP would have 10,000 more votes than the PNP. overall. Is that right, Nadi? Somebody over here said that's a something again. Ninja, stop go with number. They pad the box and throw away the pink slip. Well, that's what the party leader came out today and said they don't have the evidence, so they can't take it to court. So we're hearing all of these things we are going on, all of what is circulated out there, right? And we are still not having no evidence to them to take them to court. So if the people who are saying that take the evidence to the party and let them can have the evidence, because that's the only way you can take things to court in order to get a good result. Okay, now they say yes. Yes, Antigen, the labor right, did want to internal leadership in the party, but they just did again. No, the party couldn't afford. We could have never. No, if I had seen them gone that route, then me I know say them mad. I mean, I just say, you know what? It's all over. We all get rid of Markie G for. The labor right want that because I tell you, it give them a run for their money. It have them on their toes and everybody did a cringe. How did you figure internet out? Then all a plot man, all a set of the game man, the thing, that's how the thing did set up. So that when voter count, the people then can't continue to see it for know what go wrong. A big setup, man. The setup here, Mark ready for the setup here. Nobody never think that's a setup here. Nobody never think about this a depth a setup. The momentum was there, and all know what the PNP the momentum is with. The momentum was there, the land. I don't think you make a good analysis. We don't win the election, right? And that's the fact. But at the same time, we keep our 14 seats, and to date, we have 14 more on it. Who was it driven to have a momentum? If the JLP pick up such a momentum, they should have destroyed the PNP and eradicate at least 6 seats from the 14. Although your system down, Elaine. Who is Ninja?
Good night, good night.
Yeah,
Good
man.
night, Auntie.
Yeah, what going?
Fear, good night, Fear.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man. What going?
That's it. Even our own comrades sell us out, you know.
That's another point. Good point. Because I'm learning that people were in there for be what you call them? Indoor agents?
Yes, indoor agents.
Get buyout.
Yeah, what happened to the slips? But we don't have no evidence to take to.
We have to have evidence, and so we can only just attack and we are circulating things, we don't have no evidence, then it not gonna go nowhere.
I know it. Even some comrade that was on TikTok, bigging up themselves for their working in polling station and whatever. When you ask them, you work there, what happened to your pink slip? They can't give account for the pink slip. They are saying that some supervisor or whatever take the pink slip from them. I said no. You signed to something, so you're supposed to have a copy.
Is it a copy or you shouldn't even take a picture of it?
They take it, but then allow with phone, but there's some way you can tally the record. You must can have some tally or some record. You must not have some record to keep in your brains or in your head or some, you must have something to keep.
Yeah. I want you money run. It no matter nobody want idea. I always see them account to keep press briefing. They gonna nobody with it. Cause people them will look for you know say not true. So it never makes sense with that talk. Oh, we didn't do this and this and PNP I blame labor right I blame the PNP. I not just no voter by. It's just that no one I did really master of all vote buying.
Tell us what, man. When things change, you know, is when the light turn off.
Yeah.
That's thing because Patmore was leading, yeah, and Buchanan was lead those 2 seats, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 seats is a sure win for us. Sure win. Yeah? Sure win. Even at the last minute, even Mr. Vegas was saying, oh, Andrew loses seat. Oh, come on, Andrew. And then the light turned on. Because everybody was trembling because they know Andrew loses seat.
Mm. Well, me no know them, so them have a look into it, so make we see what going to be the end result. Johnny is Aston, good night. Hello? Alright, do not come up in the box, so I don't really want to say nothing. Don't come up in the box if you don't really attack. Yeah. So, but what the evidence what we have now for carry a court?
Yeah. That's why East Portland is the only one that stand the ground. Yeah? They really stand the ground because they have all the pink slip, they have everything, every evidence is there. They
Right.
stand the
So what is the difference with Isaac? Make sure everybody in line and I do what them do, and the other rest of them never. All Miranda Wellington should have know say them shouldn't have 10 eye watch.
We talk it before. It's something that we talked before. Even Patmore should never let that happen to him. Because he have his platform and we tell him over and over. And he said, yes. It should never let that happen to him.
Come here telling you then come out with aggression, you know.
Yeah. Man like Patmore should never let that happen to him.
Alright, Nadi. The problem is what we think we all have misunderstand. All of we see these clips, them are run around social media. But if you look on them good, you know, where the evidence them are going to be out of the clip them. Alright, for instance, the one up at my, St. Mary, where everybody has said, oh, the police, they gone with the box them. They gone with the box them. Anybody see any box all now? So that's can't go in a court. Hi, Portland map, good night. Good night.
Portland.
Good night, Uncle. Wagwan.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, Portland map.
Oh, it's my niece.
Can you mute the mic for me? Could you mute the mic for me, please? Can you mute the mic? No, if you're not listening, I can't keep your hand with the knife. Alright. At work, them fall. Francis is saying. The worker then let we down to man. I will put money run. Hey, me not tell you before the election run that somebody from Upper Portland call me, message me and tell me that then here's a 500,000 run for indoor worker. Me not tell you that on the live. Wanna see how we play out? They have to show the evidence further. That's why I say we can't go in a court with somebody a ball out but then gone with box and we don't see nothing in a vehicle. And like we see we in a vehicle, you know. It box me in there. But then EOJ say all boxes are accounted for. If the EOJ say all boxes is accounted for, how are you going to go in the court and say yes, one of the boxes missing? We have to understand, you know. We have to understand. Alright, Portland map. Let me hear what you have to say. Portland map?
You know, unmute. She mute. I tell her to unmute.
But she must hear me. Unmute. Alright, she not hear me. So I'm going to take her down out of the box so somebody else can come in the box.
She just listening.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't need to come up. You're not coming at the box if you're only just listening. She said she just listening. Leave the box vacant for somebody can talk. Yeah, so you just said Ninja now.
Yeah, I'm saying Portland.
Yeah.
East Portland, they really stand the ground. Because they have all the evidence. Yeah, they have pink slip, everything. They have all the evidence.
Another thing. Yeah, man, him our meeting coming. Don't worry about him. Let me tell you something. I think there was too much loose end on the PNP part.
Yeah.
And those are some things that we're going to have to look at. And the people that we are get to work in a polling station. We can't only get people who go on one day work. You have to
What
have.
problem is, EOJ send to one lady, say, one supervisor, the EOJ say must send all the names of the workers that working with them. And the lady delay, she said she not sending. Yeah? And she said it's lucky thing she never send her workers' name. Because EOJ, what they do, they try to intimidate all the workers them.
Oh. So now that the PNP know that are going to set an example, the next election, we know how much PDs and we're going to know our work, and the PNP must have their own meeting, a general meeting. If I 2,000 people, we are going to have like seminars where you talk to them so that they can understand. So if each EOG are going to tell you or anybody are going to try to manipulate you, you would have known what the party say you must stand to. I don't think everybody was educated.
Yeah, because some of them don't know what they should do. When
Some of them don't know what they should do.
Pushing them around.
All right, the polling station I went to and I use it as a perfect example. The lady that was there, the names from A to M, she don't have that list with her, but she have from M to Z. So I said to her, where is the next list? The Nigeria. So who did I monitor that? And all the time I did that, I see, it's how I see the labor right then after them people I drive come check and I check every time and I ask them worker, how it go. I see nobody come check the PNP and ask how it go. Where I was, I'm not saying it's that for everywhere because actually some 28 constituency did well. We could have get that 4 seat and cross the line. We slap him, man. It no matter if they sell them vote or sell out, whatever. We never monitor the ground good in some place. We left you up too much.
It's true.
Good night, princess.
There's no evidence. That's it.
We don't have evidence. That's what the party leader is making everybody know. Yes, we hear of these things. Yes, we hear of that. But everybody only talk, but we don't have no evidence. We can't go to the court. You like the natural beauty. I hope I can't keep you up because I know so I'm not going to keep this for long. This is where my grandmother's knowledge would come into play because she ran the polling station for the PNP in East Kingston way back in the days and no one could trick her in elections. Those are the type of people we want. We were not vigilant on the day. Then get away with a lot of things.
Yeah, but now everybody was gonna say all kind of things, but we know before, and if we bring it forward, yeah, we bring it forward, so they're planning to steal the election.
Mm-hmm. But we should have known that too. We should have known, so they might try that. We should have, that was nothing where we should have known.
And people are saying, keep a pink slip. Keep. They just sell out. I think they just take the money and they don't care.
Boy, even today, one little young brother where I work, do some work for my son, me and him at. He said, me tell you, he said, no, win the PNP wouldn't win the election. Then just make the labor right there spend more money on them. And the people then turn away for the money.
Money is the flashing of the money. Money flash, you know, here Vance say you don't have to campaign.
But all him no bother talk. I want woman send me one message to them. I will look for it and play. Make it hear. I chat to all of them, I chat. And my parents say, if so, PNP above the games, that lady should report. Yeah, let me tell you, money, man, I'm money run the thing. Let me look back for the lady who send me the message. Or where she there again? I think I ate this. Let me see if I ate this. Well, based on what the PNP said at the first briefing and the lawyer, them are looking into it. Antigen, good evening. What do you think about the Prime Minister? No, and I ate that. Hold on. I wish I had one now. I think I ate this. Let me see if I ate it. Everybody move. I tell you. Alright, listen to this.
Night, good morning, please. You hear me up on my phone, sir. Me and the lady from Portland, through my phone now work. Sometimes me on, sometimes me off. And me say me the one call you from where day, but me say me couldn't call you. Me say a little whistling bird, me said, come from Portland. He said, I beg me do not tell nobody.
Oh, I don't know what them want to tell. I don't know what. I don't know what.
Good morning, please. You hear me up on my phone. Put antigen.
Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night, Auntie.
Good night, Uncle Perry.
Yeah, first let me just apologize to all our listeners for anything that was uncomfortable in our discussion earlier today. I just want to make it clear that I'm a staunch PNP. I could never vote JLP, and one of the worst things somebody could ever try to do is to implicate me to being a Labourite. But the people I'm from Mark Golding's constituency. Mark Golding know who I am. The councillors know who I am. The workers know who I am. They know I am the type of person who is very open-minded and speak my mind. But at the same time, they know I will not come publicly and say anything to destroy my party or my party leader, who is my member of parliament. When I initially typed in the comment this morning to say that I am disappointed with the press release, I never said I was disappointed with Mark or anyone that was in the that was presenting in the press release, because these are persons who I have the greatest respect for. But being a free person, I think I should be allowed to state why I was disappointed. But before I was asked why I was disappointed with the press release, I started to get attacked from persons who have just started to become prominent on the platform, and with no disrespect, but probably they don't know deeply who I am and the closeness I am to this party, in as much as I am not even a registered member. No, I want to state clearly when I said I was disappointed with the press release, because the truth is the PNP took a week and a half before they come publicly to address the thing. So I was hoping,
no, it's not a week and a half. Today make
Today
make 9 days.
9 days. Well, okay, good. So almost a week and a half.
So it's a week and 2 days.
And 2 days, right. 3.5 days would make a week and a half.
Okay. Today, yesterday to the 9, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I was hoping then that, and probably I was overestimating my party capability to do certain things, because over the period of the election campaign, which was almost immediately after the local government election, we have been pointing out some of the things that we expect the Jamaica Labour Party to do to trick and to win this election, and all the things that are being rumored without evidence. We have been saying these things. And we also said that we have the confidence that the party will put the necessary things in place to ensure that these things become nullified. So after 1 week, I was saying, okay, good. The party is putting together all their evidence and things. So this press release, no, I wasn't expecting that the election result would overturn and we become the government. But I was expecting, so it is my expectation that was not met, why I was disappointed. Not disappointed with what was being said, if you put it in context. So I was hoping that from the press conference I would have heard that we have gathered enough evidence to ensure that 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5 of the constituencies will be declared null and void because of these evidence that we have. So I am disappointed that the PNP did not put the necessary things in place on the day, because that's where we lost the election. Now, when this lady was called by a supervisor or somebody from EOJ to say, submit the names of your workers, I know exactly what happened, because it happened to me when I ran as an independent candidate, and that was the mistake I made. Because after I submitted the names of all my workers, especially my top workers and their telephone number, they were called and they were offered things, and they changed from, because I never had money, I was depending on the love of the people to support me, especially my workers. The most I could have provided for them is a daily meal, because they have to work. But I never had any money to pay them. And persons called them and offered them things. I wasn't even allowed to go and see the counting of the election day workers and the police and thing, even though a whole lot of police said, Perry, you will go vote for. So when this person called this lady and tell her that she's to submit the names of our workers, all she was to do is to contact Dayton Campbell, who's the campaign manager, and Mark Golding, and let this be known. And then they now would in turn now submit some names to this woman. But these names that they will be submitting are persons who are on the alert with tapes and things that anybody call them. They can tape any offer that is being presented to them. It can be taped, so we have sufficient evidence. And this is something that we should have put in place in every constituency, especially the constituencies that we know that the Labour right are out to win. So it's not 63 constituencies. So it is. These are the things I'm disappointed. I like the way how they talk and how they put the thing. But what came clear to me was that the PNP lost the election on the day, because they never had. If them going to give you $500,000 as an indoor agent to play a blind eye or to do whatever, why me as a PNP can't say, look here, any among workers, anybody who gets offer, once you tape it and we can prove it in the court of law, we will pay you 2 times or even the same amount that they had promised you. So it's not that we're going all out and paying people, but we are stopping the root of corruption, and you're going to use money to do it.
Well, I'm glad you come with that. That's what I try to say. Only way we get back there, we have to go match it, and when you're getting there, you change it.
Yes. So now that if we know that this is what they are going to do, which we have been talking, remember I said it, that they are going to be buying out election day workers. I said it before. You understand?
All the way up, we discuss it on the platform.
Yes, and we said we hope that the PNP are listening so that they can put things in place. And can I blame the PNP? No, I am disappointed, yes. Because the PNP did a splendid job to gain 14 more seats. But it's clear that they had too much on the plate and couldn't be able to deal with everything on the plate.
And I hope all our own PNP will sell out. I open up happy now. I open up conscience, set on a free.
All of them could investigate and send them to prison.
But they said they might take some time to do that. So in the meantime,
send them every workers that were leading from the supervisor go right now. Send all of them to prison. And go do some time.
Let me tell you, I am not asking, or I am not expecting the PNP to match the JLP with buying votes. I don't want the PNP to do that. What I want the PNP to do is to put something in place for their election, their workers. And as I said, if JLP call you, we'll put in the device on it to tape them. We give you the phone that can record it. So in as much as we may spend money to buy the lamp them or whatever, We could have spent the money. I think they do give their workers phone too, but we should have specialized phone that would be able to track, record, tape persons who will call your number. So let them call our workers. All we are saying, any of our worker who present evidence that can stand in the court of law, if they offered you 500,000, we give you $1 million, and without joke. So I'm saying yes, it's going to take money to break the back of this corruption, but you have to be careful how you spend that money. Don't let their corruption lead you into corruption as well. Do the things to break their corruption.
But that's exactly what I said earlier on when I try to ask everybody, I said the only way if you get them out, you have to match them. And then when you match them and you're going there, then you change the legislation in the parliament. If you're not getting there for change it, you're not going to change.
You see, every community, you should have a piece of
and everywhere we need money now. All right. You see, like Westmoreland and Hanover, the people then determine say PNP them a vote for. So PNP now for organically.
Can I say something?
One moment. What's one moment? Organically, we not have to worry about them. You see what we should have worry about? You see East Rural, Central Kingston, Andre Anton up against Malawi Ford. Especially then 3 seat there. I never expect Wicca McNeil to win Northern. So that means they drop the ball down there.
Auntie, even, all right, we do this among our workers. We provide this incentive thing among our workers that once you can tape them offering you a bribe to corrupt the electoral process.
Yeah. Tommy, good night.
It can stand in the court of law.
Yeah.
If they have offered you, because the tape will record how much they offer you. So if they were offering you 500,000.
No, but you're not saying enough for the offer on election day done. It done before election day though.
Yes. So I'm saying once you train your workers and put this incentive thing with them, because people are hungry, so just put this so you can break it.
You see, people mind and money, I don't want easy thing for control. It have to be in a you. Well, I know. It have to be in a you that you decide so you're not sell out your party. You see money. When you hear about 500,000 and you don't even have one red dime, you're going to pass it so easy. It took me to pass that.
You're not going to pass it so easy. So that is why I'm saying in order to, as you said earlier, fight fire with fire in that regard. Anybody from our workers team who get this offer of 500,000, you don't have to get it as long as you have the evidence on the system that we give you. We will double it.
You don't have to be workers team. Want to civilians out there, people out there for the whole, because I am from Hanover and I can tell you that on election day, the mayor from Lucy offered my friend daughter 15,000 to vote for PNP, and she's JLP, and that is no cap. So if JLP purchase vote, it go from both sides. Let's be realistic now. So it's not like one side thing.
You have a point, and that also speaks to my disappointment.
What I'm saying to you though, baby, you say that in Lucy, but right across the island, PNP couldn't match a JLP then with the money.
No, but you are saying that you can certain that in Hanover, they vote freely, they don't vote for money. But yes, they did. I don't know about Eastern Hanover,
you come and say,
about Western Hanover. Even when it's local election, they go around and they purchase vote. The mayor wife live in England and she...
You not take your pan your chat nothing more. You come up like you're PNP, but you're not PNP.
The problem is not the voting, you know. People can take money and go and change their vote. It's not the problem is the pink slip, the recording. Where is the pink slip? Where is the pink slip? That cannot be found.
And that is why I'm saying I will protect my workers by ensuring that anyone I only get an offer, I will double it. But not only among my workers, I am going to plant 100 persons in these special constituencies who are just free for people just to come to them and offer. Their names are on the voters list, but they have the instruments with them. So because you know that they are going to do it, you prepare for them. And we are saying if they offer you 20 grand, we are going to double it. As long as it can stand in the court of law. And if you could get, if out of that 100 person, you can get 20 or 30, we have evidence on their phone or whatever device.
She come up like she a PNP, but she not PNP.
You understand? So this is where I want the PNP to focus. I mean, not just this alone, but this is where they lost the election because we can't fight them by paying people to vote. But what we can do is anybody who they approach for them to give them money to vote and that person can record it, we will double it. We will double it. That's how I want us to fight. That's why I want us to fight it.
Average, she don't know the rule over here, so we know minute. Sorry, 1 minute. She don't know the rule over here, so if she come attack against PNP, me I go block her off. She gone, but her business. With her liar self, but she see the me.
And my recommendation, I don't think is illegal. Because you understand? Because it's like you're setting a trap for the puss. You understand? So in as much as you are
as far as I see it, you can't trust mankind, and that's the problem. Because you maybe are going to put something down them and set trap for you and go sell your out back to the jail people. So anywhere we take you is a predicament.
Well, Francis, yes, is which money come first. So PNP shouldn't have a problem to even, front some money just to ensure that we have somebody who is gathering the evidence for us. Is where we have to invest some money, and it might be millions of dollars to ensure that we can gather enough evidence that if after 1 week we come on a press conference, we can say, well, yes, they win on things, but here what? There are 4 seats that we have enough evidence that these seats can be declared null and void, and we'll be taking these seats before the court. We were not able to do that because we did not gather enough evidence, and that's where I was disappointed. But at the end of the day, in as much as I was disappointed in that area, there are many other areas that the PNP scored 10 out of 10. This is just one of the area that they scored 5 out of 10 for me.
They need to stop employing people to work in polling station. You must take people out of their job. People who is already working. We can take time off the job.
Yeah, too much hungry people are working in a. I like that, Ninja. Too much. That's maybe one of it, Take people who are not so pauperized.
Yes, because it's a one-day job for them.
Yes.
So they're gonna. You understand? Take people from their job. Yeah?
But if Mark was to use some uptown rich people.
So they're not that desperate.
Yes.
Yeah? Because they not do anything wrong in the polling station, they're gonna lose their job. You as a prison officer or a police officer, are you gonna go into the police station to take money and then you know that you have a job to go back to? Yeah? You're not gonna take bribe because if you take bribe there, you can lose your job. Yeah? Use nurse, use police officer, use prison officer, use those people. Yeah?
They can use committed people like me to come, they can buy me.
Yeah, look for some,
In fact, Auntie, even the recommendation that I was making, say not even the PNP if implement it. Say if EOJ is serious about cutting electoral fraud and corruption in this place, they have a system in place where government money fund, where if you have been approached, whether PNP approach you or GLP approach you, to compromise the election result by them offering you money, and you can tape it and prove it, whatever them offer you will double it or triple it. I bet the corruption stop in this country.
Yeah, but it not going to happen when the Prime Minister have you up in the office and have them in their back pocket.
Thank you very much. That's right. So that is probably the reason why I'm Mark Golding and the PNP going to have to get some funds, and I know there are will help him to
next election are going to be easier. If the PNP can't win it then just need 4 seats and they must know how to strategize from now.
First, as you said that first, we have to ensure that those 28 seats that we have, we do everything to keep it. And that is why I am saying this government, this new parliament that we'll be having, I know the PNP is not going to allow the GLP to pass certain things if some of their interest is not taken in consideration. So here want me know, you have to build some house. If me can't get house in them 10 or 15 constituency where me have my MP there, we're not going to pass certain things. So we're going to have to do some bargaining, some really serious bargaining until election can the next 2.5 to 3 years.
But you know, man, you see the housing thing, then now come a parliament with it. Then don't set up the system with them friend. Them are going to get them friend for making, and that now come through parliament. That are going to just work. You know, see what system around and give them.
Yeah, me know, auntie,
so,
but them are going to have some things that they want to pass in the house and they need a 2/3 majority. So PNP will say, look here, you have this thing out there, and Ray, hear what? We're going to negotiate. We're going to pass it for you, but you're going to have to do this negotiation.
That the man when him Andrew Ollis now make the man no PNP and negotiate. You know, so say the man out.
Well, some of them plans them now going to get for implementing.
You know, that's why I know say the man call a snap election.
Yeah, you don't realize who is talking about.
No,
you don't realize.
It look like him watch him how he operate. You know, so your man say when I need the opposition.
Him say that when only 14. Him say that when only 14 opposition is there.
His signature supposed to go to it, and up till now, all the money collected, never see that money. Never. Never
Remember
see that money to put his signature to.
In Andrew's first term, he wasn't this dictatorial, you know.
No, he never like that in the first term.
And that's why I said. And didn't have the majority.
You know why I'm couldn't be like that? PNP did have too much.
He didn't have the majority.
Right, he didn't have a majority.
He didn't have the majority. No, when him get the majority in 2020, that's when you start to see the beast in Andrew.
Yeah, you see the beast in him 2020 up.
So know that you trim him down to size now. You're not going to see the beast like up Andrew. And that is why now the PNP now going to take him after because he's no weak, he's not that strong. And he's going to have to compromise. It's the art of negotiation.
Yeah.
The art of negotiation. No way. Alright, auntie. When you work for your employer, you know, it's after you cause the company to make billions of dollars, them time they open him office and knock on him office and tell him say you want a raise. You can't go in front time when him just make a loss. So you have to know timing. Now is the time. Time come now. For PNP dictate what we want because you can't pass your own certain things because you need a 2/3 majority.
Yeah, and can't run go the one day go change no law neither.
Alright. So it won't be business as usual.
And that's why they're not happy, you know.
Them can't be happy.
A 53 seat, them not go find out.
Because you see all them the illicit one, them when they reveal it. Hey, the fact that them now have 2/3 majority, some serious thing are going on.
Andrew have case of court next month too.
Okay.
So make we see how that work out too. Some serious days ahead of we, man.
If Andrew can rig the election, he can do anything.
Yeah.
He walk out of court freely.
He might go walk out of court freely. Me not wrong you. Man make every flow and digital lockdown.
If he can bring stranger in the country to run the election, he can't do anything.
It's not a true though. Come here people and say this thing and I don't really want to endorse but I don't know true. Who is this stranger?
That's the reason I have with the Israel people them about fair election.
Where said Diane? He next to Trump.
Worse than Trump.
Worse than
Trump. Yes.
Trump want to change everything too, man. Trump want to change everything too. Trump want to change everything.
I'm going to log off now. I just wanted to say that and clear my mind before I go to sleep.
All right then. Thanks for your contribution.
Yeah, man. Bless you. God bless.
Yeah. You understand me, I said ninja? Good night, Lana. How you doing? Anybody else want to call in and put our input? The phone lines are open. Or if you want to join the, send me an invite over
Hear
TikTok.
advice. Come up, come here, advice. You type too much, your finger must tired.
Who that a type?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Our comrade.
I don't know none of my people that are over here tonight. They must have gone for a different show. It rig, man. It more than rig. It more than rig. It more than rig. More than rig. Anybody else want to call in?
When the light turn off, that's when everything change.
All right. Waval Francis. Me know say me or the liar, right? And what they could do is to set up some little things and to test people and say if they're liar.
The fear come up there.
Yeah, Fear, good night.
Night, Auntie Jen.
How you doing?
Ninja, big up yourself, my brother.
Yeah.
Why? Ninja, where you want me come up here for?
Just yeah. Your voice a long time ago, you man.
So you don't hear my voice in that WhatsApp group where you have another.
So
why, Auntie Jen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
As Ninja said not too long ago, you know, you can't put nothing past Andrew, you know, because Andrew is the mastermind behind everything that is bad.
Yeah, man. Him, everything that is bad. Him not a good influence.
Andrew ain't gonna let up, and that is why I'm so upset. You know, I said it today on a live that I was expecting more.
Yeah, but they explain that. Where is the evidence? Yes, everybody is saying, and no, and nobody will say that. Even have no evidence to give to the party and say, yes, man, we see this pan in this. See evidence that you can carry this.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to go court with.
I understand all of that,
yeah.
Auntie Jen. But listen, for me, right, if we are going to continue to allow Andrew for doing things like these and get away with it, he's going to continue.
Yes, that is true, but with the evidence we are going to use against him.
Well, that is it. That is it.
So what we have to do now, we have to set the trap. No,
so my sister, it cannot.
Like so you see, like now we know. You see, next time before a local election, all of them will come again. We have to set some traps.
And you know what I really look at, and I'm not gonna say I blame them, but with this election, too many young people who don't have any experience as indoor agents.
Yeah.
Put them to work as indoor agents.
Yeah, they never too much young people.
They draw for the older people like myself who work in an election for years, even though I worked, right?
Yeah.
But the young people, them.
I see a lot of them for sure.
Tell you something. In a Jamaica, people hungry, no antigen.
Me know, man.
And if them go get $1,000, them go for the $1,000.
They're hungry for sure.
And that's why them sell out the election. Because they get 50,000, 100,000, 150, whatever money them could have give them. Them give them and the people them take it because them hungry.
Yes.
But what they need to realize that the 50,000, the 100,000 or whatever money them get, that not going to last them for 5 years. So it's like them sell them souls.
Yeah. So I think we should look at the age group them we are putting our police.
Exactly. Because appear young people. I went to workers meeting and when me couldn't believe so much young people are going to work as indoor agents. And I'm saying, like, seriously? And see, beg your pardon, them forgot the election.
Because them not mature enough to understand the seriousness of it, you know.
That's what I'm saying. They're not mature. They don't have no experience. Enough of them antigen. At the first time them work in an election. And worse, as indoor agent.
Yeah.
It's like critical, you know,
being an indoor agent, it's very critical. You have to have your eyes open, your mind have to click.
Truth.
And that is where I believe we went wrong.
Well, they're looking
And
into it.
I hear Ninja say something not too long ago, you know, about using people who are working.
Yes.
I totally endorse that.
Yes, we need people who can, you know.
Because if them even go give them more money, then can't give them no little petty money. You understand?
So true.
And them go say, listen, I'm a working class person, I may earn so and so. So guess what? You don't probably have to go match up with whatever me I work. But the little young people and them I get one little 20, one little 30, one little 50. Oh God, them are gonna take it.
Yeah, and that me see happening in my ear up at two of the polling station of young people me see and they have a use. I mean, I say it's not a good thing, but then I really understand. And then this day I laugh and hide though. And I take it serious.
Debs, I see your comment. Yes, it's going to the court because I can tell you, Comrade Paul Buchanan, he ain't gonna give up. Trust me.
Boy. But wonder when them are gonna file a complaint.
Our partner could go to court, but he don't.
He's getting his things together, you know. He's getting his things together, and trust me. Andrew lost his seat, you know. Andrew lost his seat big time.
Landslide.
Andrew, why you can't let up, Andrew? Andrew will make your power hungry, so Andrew. And you have to do everything in your powers, Andrew. Come on. Andrew gotta go bring you down, you know. God is going to take you down, Andrew.
I gotta bring him down, man. I'm sin. I'm sin and in wicked ways. I go fall upon him.
But the Labour right now say best Prime Minister.
Cause them blind, you know. See, Andrew brainwash them and Andrew put sitting over their eye. If they can't see the wrongs and see all the corruption and see all that this JLP government has been doing.
They say PNP a try for make scandal upon the Prime Minister.
Scandal?
I don't listen to them in Antigen. I don't.
A lot of eye water on him. A lot of eye water on him.
No, sometimes you listen to them and say a bad mind, the PNP them bad mind him.
Oh, we are bad mind, Andrew for
one day upon the option when you
just like us.
One day upon the option name Hello
Neighbor. But Andrew have more than us a TV in TV.
You ever listen to Hello Neighbor?
Me say you see, enough of them sing for them supper, you know, Antigen. Enough of them a look position.
Oh.
Enough of them a look position. Trust me.
Vegas him I got Eastport.
Vegas him. You see, all Vegas him. Vegas. I bet you Andrew now go put you as one of him senator. You now get a freaking position.
I said name a look, you know.
Them I got East Portland next election go get out Buchanan.
My idiot, man. He can't touch Isaac. Vegas only can talk, you know.
By them time the Isaac can go win the minds of many of the young youth them up there.
Then Antigen, you think the people in there they set for Ann? You think the Portland people them?
Yeah, because I hear Darrell Valza say. Darrell Valza say the people them a man.
Revenge, you take for Dr. Bloomfield, you know, revenge.
The people Darrell Valza say the people them in a mansion hill for Anne-Marie Valls.
Dr. Bloomfield was loved by both JLP and PNP. And them analyze this man for what? Analyze him for what? When I think the Portland people then they said, Funo, Darrell, I lucky you still there, you know, Darrell. Oh.
I've had Doreen do well upon him, man.
Yeah, man. What? Doreen give my run fee money, man.
Me say all the night before up there walk half of people. But then just take it for this habit so that they can win all the time with this money. It'll feel them one idea for real, you know. But when you know when.
Auntie Jen, remember the only thing that lasts forever is salvation.
You're right.
All right.
But since Isaac got East Portland and start work, you know that? Because Isaac got Portland.
Choice that PNP has ever made. The best choice sending Isaac there.
And the good thing about when he send Isaac there, I like how Colin Bell don't fight against him like how you say Lawrence Road a fight against the PNP. Him work with Isaac Buchanan.
Isaac, yes. Big up Colin Bell, big up yourself.
Yeah man, I want good bread.
Me have big up my Portland people them, cause me have my sisters them there.
Yeah.
And my nieces and my nephews them. And remember me tell you, Auntie Jen, them did come out for Isaac.
Oh.
All the
Plus to my sister them, me love you know. My 3 sisters them down at Portland, me love you know, so till my 4 nieces and my 3 nephews, big up on yourself.
Well, me not come to fear, let me say something. You see the pump for the water, where them take out, Isaac make them buy the new pump, because Isaac went to the pump house and called Anne-Marie and show her, the pump said the pump damaged, the pump need to fix, and she went and she buy a new pump, even when she went there and she see the pump, she put her hand on her head, and she turned back out of the place, because the place was stink and smelly, and Isaac, even the door was broke. You could see the door broke off because long time nobody got there. And they didn't
they want sabotage Isaac.
They didn't even know that it's a pump why they can't get any water. It's Isaac go there and bring Anne-Marie Vaz and show her a pump, and she buy a new pump and put there. And they're gonna take out the pump.
They show you the kind of low-minded, disgusting set of bitches they are.
So them are gonna take out the pump.
Already take it out.
And then things that Portland people would have to look for go vote back for them.
No, but if you have a member of parliament do something for you and then because then lose them I take it back, then that not nice. That not nice.
What sense it makes? What sense it makes?
She hold on to all of the vehicle them. And it's taxpayer money by the vehicle them. She hold on to them.
What kind of vehicle she hold on to?
All the tractor them and the roller and all of them thing where she buy. They fix the road.
But these people are going on as if it's their personal money they spend. When a taxpayer's money.
So is it true that them a dig up a road too?
I saw me here, I don't know if it's true.
That is just a they can't do that. You want to go to prison.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Wow.
If she ever think she bad, make she start do that. A prison she a go. Because of your personal money, a taxpayer's money.
Yeah.
When the man did say I go dig up the road, you know hear what the girl say? The girl say if I your road, start dig it up.
Yeah. Oh Lord, Tamika, you just a come. You come when me just have about for done, Cause tonight me feel like me want to go sleep.
Good night, comrade.
Me just wonder where you there for night, Tamika. But
Just a come.
yeah, she just a come. She just a
Auntie
come.
Jen tired. Auntie Jen want to get a little rest.
My body feel like me want to lay down cause we have to make it stay till tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Can I ask you for a night?
Yeah man, me I'll get me rest now. Big up on yourself. Thanks for the phone and company.
Good night, man.
Yeah, man.
Bless
Ninja,
up
thanks for the
yourself,
company, yeah.
The word is love, comrades.
man.
You all keep safe.
Yeah man, thanks. Yeah.
Big up, Ninja.
Yeah, bless up. Night.
Yeah, brother.
Yes, over YouTube, bless up on yourself and good night. Me want sleep. Me feel sleep a come for me and one thing with me. So when me want sleep, guess what me I go do? Sleep. So me I know we catch up on another night. Thanks again for the support and love on. Have yourself a great night. Bye.